Welcome to DollarZen Insights. If a low credit score feels like it's holding you back, maybe from getting that apartment, a decent car loan, or even a better job, I want you to know you are definitely not alone. Building credit can feel like this big, confusing puzzle, but today we're going to demystify a really powerful tool, the Credit Builder account. We're going to compare the top 3 players for 2025, that's Self, Chime, and CreditStrong. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which one is the right fit for your financial journey. Before we dive in, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our future insights. And just a quick disclaimer, this information is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. All right, let's get into it.
So why is this topic so incredibly important right now? Well, look at this number. Over 68 million Americans currently have what's called a subprime credit score. That means millions and millions of people are facing higher security deposits, incredibly expensive car loans, and just fewer financial options overall. This is the exact problem that credit builders are designed to solve.
So, what's the most direct solution to this problem? It's something called a credit builder loan. This is a tool specifically designed to help you establish a positive payment history, which, as we'll see, is the single most important piece of your credit score.
Okay, so what exactly is a credit builder loan? Think of it like a loan, but in reverse. Instead of getting money up front, you make small, regular payments into a locked account for a set period of time. Now here's the magic. The lender reports every single one of those on-time payments to all 3 major credit bureaus. That's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Once the term is over, the money you paid in is released back to you. This process directly builds your payment history, which makes up a massive 35% of your FICO score. And it also improves your credit mix, which is another 10%. It's a really safe, structured way to prove to lenders that you're reliable.
So why the huge surge in popularity for these tools in 2025? Well, a few key reasons. First, the new FICO 10T scoring model actually gives more weight to the exact kind of consistent, on-time payments that these loans create. Second, you can usually apply without a hard credit check, which means you don't take a hit to your score just for getting started. And as we just said, they target the most important part of your score, your payment history. It's really no surprise that online searches for Credit Builder Loan are up a staggering 180% this year alone. People are catching on.
Okay, with that background in mind, let's meet the 3 heavyweights in this space. Each one takes a slightly different approach, and they're really tailored for different needs and financial goals. We're going to break down Self, Chime Credit Builder, and CreditStrong, one by one.
Let's start with Self. You've probably heard of this one. It's arguably the most well-known and popular credit builder loan out there. For a lot of people who are brand new to credit, or maybe new to the country, Self is often the very first step they take. So, how does Self work? It's really simple. You choose a monthly payment you're comfortable with, anywhere from $25 to $150, and you choose a term, either 12 or 24 months. Each payment you make is reported to the credit bureaus as a successful loan payment. Then, at the end of the term, you get all your money back, minus a small admin fee and some interest. It's a fantastic way to force yourself to save money while building credit. This makes it absolutely perfect for beginners, or really anyone who wants that structured, disciplined plan. Oh, and here's a bonus. After just 3 on-time payments, you might get an offer for their secured Visa card, which lets you add a second positive account to your report.
All right, next up is the Chime Credit Builder. Now, this is really important to understand right up front. This is not a traditional loan. It's actually a secured Visa card, but it's engineered to work just like a credit builder by reporting your regular payment activity. Here's the breakdown for Chime. First, you do need a Chime checking account. From that account, you can move money over to your credit builder card at any time. The amount of money you move becomes your credit limit. So, if you move $200 over, you can spend up to $200. You then use that card for all your normal everyday purchases. Think gas, groceries, your Netflix subscription. At the end of the month, Chime automatically uses the money you already moved to the card to pay off your balance in full and on time. And that perfect payment is what gets reported. The huge advantages here: there are 0 fees, 0 interest, and absolutely no risk of going into debt because you can only spend the money you've already set aside. This makes it an amazing option for students, anyone who is cautious about traditional credit, or frankly, anyone who wants a completely free way to build their credit history.
Our final contender is CreditStrong. The best way to think about CreditStrong is as the premium, high-impact option in this space. It's really designed for people who want to be more aggressive and see faster, more significant results on their credit-building journey.
So what makes CreditStrong different? The biggest thing is its large loan sizes. We're talking up to $30,000. Now, why does that matter?
because a large loan that you are paying off responsibly looks very, very good to lenders and can have a major positive impact on your credit mix. They also offer a unique product called revolv, which functions like a high-limit revolving line of credit. This makes CreditStrong an excellent tool for people who are rebuilding from serious credit issues, anyone who's preparing for a big goal like getting a mortgage, or someone who just wants to add a really powerful account, or what we call a trade line, to the report as quickly as possible.
Okay, so now that we know how each one works on its own, let's do the fun part. Let's put them side by side in a head-to-head showdown. This is where the differences really pop, and you can start to see which one might be the best match for you. Let's break down this chart. First, the type of credit. Self and CreditStrong build installment credit, which is great for your credit mix. Chime, on the other hand, builds revolving credit. Now cost, this is a big one. Chime is the clear winner here. It is completely 100% free. Self has a small admin fee plus interest, while CreditStrong's fees are a bit higher. Another key difference is access to your cash. With Self and CreditStrong, your money is locked away until the end of the term. With Chime, your money is always yours to access. And finally, rewards. Only Chime offers cash back on your spending, so you can actually earn a little money while you're building your credit.
All right, let's talk about the results. What kind of impacts can you actually expect? Looking at real user data, Chime users typically see a solid boost of 30 to 60 points. Self users often see a slightly higher increase, somewhere between 42 and 68 points. And then you have CreditStrong, which shows the highest potential, with average increases of 50 to 86 points, and sometimes even more. This makes sense, right? A larger loan, like the ones CreditStrong offers, tends to carry more weight on your credit report, which can lead to a bigger jump in your score.
So, after looking at how they work, the features, the costs, and the results, we get to the most important question of all. Which one should you actually choose? And the truth is, the answer isn't the same for everyone. It really depends entirely on your personal financial situation and what you're trying to achieve.
Let's make this really simple. Think of it like a decision tree. If you are brand new to credit, you need the discipline of a set payment plan, and you love the idea of having a forced savings account waiting for you at the end, then Self is an excellent choice. Now, if your top priorities are safety, simplicity, and paying absolutely zero fees, and you want to avoid any chance of getting into debt, then Chime Credit Builder is almost certainly your best option. And finally, if you need to make up some serious ground, you're getting ready for a huge financial step like buying a house and you want the most aggressive growth you can get, then CreditStrong is the powerful tool that was designed for exactly that purpose.
Now I want to share a pro tip that tons of people are using in 2025 to get maximum results, and that's combining two of these tools. Here's how it works. You use a Self account to build that all-important installment loan history. At the exact same time, you use the Chime Credit Builder card for your daily spending to build your revolving credit history. This two-pronged attack addresses both major types of credit, and it can lead to really fast and strong score improvements. We've seen thousands of users report that their scores jump from the high 500s to over 700 in just 6 to 12 months using this exact strategy. But, okay, let's say you have to pick just one to start with. What is our final recommendation for the vast majority of people? For 2025, the clear winner for most beginners is the Chime Credit Builder. The reasoning is just so simple. It's completely free, it has zero risk of you accumulating debt, and it turns the spending you're already doing anyway into positive credit history. And when you add in the cashback rewards, you are literally getting paid to build your credit. For 99% of people who are just starting their journey, its combination of ease, safety, and cost effectiveness is pretty much unbeatable.
And that brings us to our final thought for today. Please remember, building your credit is a journey. Your score doesn't define who you are as a person, but it is one of the most powerful financial tools you can build for yourself. It opens doors to better opportunities and a lot more financial freedom. And that wraps up our look at the best credit builders for 2025. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one are you thinking about trying? Self, Chime, or CreditStrong? Drop your choice in the comments below. And if this was helpful, we would really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe for more insights just like this one. Thanks for tuning in to DollarZen Insights.